So art therapy helps reduce stress and anxiety, right? It helps process trauma in difficult emotions. Like I already mentioned, it started like that. It enhances emotional resilience, engaging in creative process, lowers cortisol levels, which is basically the stress hormone. So when you're engaged in an art process, your right brain is activated, which deals with your emotions and your intuitions. And with art therapy, it helps process those emotions. It helps you heal those emotions, and therefore lowering cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, and helping individuals feel more relaxed. Art therapy works wonders with cancer patients, stabilizing and reducing their side effects, the chemo side effects, helping in pain management. Definitely it works wonders for cancer patients. So, just before we begin, I'll give you a small introduction about myself. Being a psychologist, I was always drawn towards projective techniques. Why do people use a particular color or a shape, symbols? What do they see in pictures or anything that comes in front of them? And during COVID, I got a chance to dive deep into it, and I attended a few art therapy sessions, and which led me to take the course. And I have to tell you, this is another ball game altogether. Let's know more about it. But before we dive in and before I explain what art therapy is and then get into the activity part of it, I would like to know how many of you have used art, drawing, doodling as a way to relax yourself. You may just type yes in the chat box if you have. Lovely, that's a lot of you. So I'm sure this is going to be exciting for you as well as for me. And today we'll explore what art therapy is and how it works and why it is such a powerful tool for healing, right? And then we'll get into a creative exercise together. So to begin with, art therapy is a form of expressive arts therapy that uses art making to help individuals to explore emotions, reduce stress, improve self-awareness. It's not about creating a good art. If I talk about myself, I'm not a good artist. My scribbles are way better than my drawings. It's actually about expressing yourself in a way that words sometimes can't. So it is guided by a trained therapist, right? So how it works, it is guided by a trained therapist, and it can include drawing, painting, sculpting, collage, and other creative forms. It could also include writing. It could include movement. So dance movement therapy. So all of these come under the big umbrella term of art therapy. And it activates different parts of the brain and allowing for deeper emotional processing. So there's a lot going on when you're creating something. There's a lot going on in your brain, in your mind, in your body. And art therapy helps in processing all of that, which ultimately leads to healing. So it originated, if I give you a brief history, so art therapy was originated in the mid 20th century as a combination of psychology and art. There was the World War that was going on, and a lot of people were suffering from trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder, and that's when art therapy originated. It was used in hospitals for trauma work. It was used in schools for children because they were the most affected, and also trauma recovery. And today it has been developing, and today it is also used in corporate settings. So there are multiple benefits of art therapy. So we'll begin I've planned clusters. So we'll begin with the mental health benefits. So art therapy helps reduce stress and anxiety, right? It helps process trauma in difficult emotions. Like I already mentioned, it started like that. It enhances emotional resilience, engaging in creative process, lowers cortisol levels, which is basically the stress hormone. So when you're engaged in an art process, your right brain is activated, which deals with your emotions and your intuitions. And with art therapy, it helps process those emotions. It helps you heal those emotions, and therefore lowering cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, and helping individuals feel more relaxed. It also helps in the trauma process, like I already mentioned. So, how it does that? It basically allows individuals to externalize difficult emotions. So, like in the video that was shared earlier with most of you, with all of you rather, I mentioned that art therapy helps individuals in ways that words sometimes can't. There are times when we really don't know what to say, what not to say, or how to express. There are times when we are just silent, when we cannot put things in words. You want to talk, but you don't know exactly what to say. That's when art therapy helps, because it helps you to externalize those difficult emotions, making it easier to work through the traumatic experiences in a non-verbal way. So, like I said, it is done by a guided professional, a trained professional. It is guided by a trained professional. So, if you're given a prompt according to that situation and you put that onto the paper, it communicates a lot, right? In a non-verbal way. So, it also enhances brain function. It activates a lot of areas in the brain, and which improves in your problem-solving skills. It improves your cognitive abilities, because while you're in that process, there are things that just come up, and then you might just get answers to them. So it also strengthens emotional resilience. By expressing emotions through art, individuals build a deeper understanding of themselves, of how to handle situations better. Like I mentioned earlier, that it also involves self-exploration. So there are a lot of things that probably we are not aware of in our conscious mind. They are either in the subconscious or unconscious. Sometimes we do get dreams, and then we have questions. Okay, what did it mean? Why did I dream a particular incident or a situation or something which is absolutely random? Why does it happen? It's probably your mind, your unconscious mind is trying to give you a hint. It's trying to give you some guidance, something that you need to work on, and art therapy helps you with that. Then it helps support neuroplasticity. So we all build new habits, right? How does that work? That is basically, in scientific technical terms, rewiring the neural pathways or building new neural pathways. There is something going on in our brain continuously when we are adopting a new habit or changing a way of living or learning how to drive or anything. There are continuous rewiring of the neural pathways, and this especially happens. Art therapy supports this with individuals recovering from trauma and brain injuries. With them, it happens quite a bit. Art therapy helps a lot. So these were the cognitive and the neurological benefits that art therapy has. Art therapy also has physical health benefits. So it reduces chronic pain and helps manage conditions like fibromyalgia or arthritis. I'll give you a personal example here. Around 2 months back, I had a ligament rupture and I was in terrible pain. I couldn't move my leg. I just started painting. I just collected whatever material I was drawn to and I started painting. And you won't believe, for 2 hours, I just forgot about the pain. I was busy painting. I was so involved in the process. I was touching paints and feeling how they felt on my fingertips. And I used various materials, mediums of colors. And I was actually surprised after 2 hours that I didn't feel the pain for those 2 hours. And suddenly when I stopped, I was like, oh my God, my leg's hurting. But during those 2 hours, it just vanished. The pain just vanished. So it reduces chronic pain. It boosts immune function. And how does it do that? So, like I mentioned earlier, that it reduces the cortisol levels, the stress hormone, it reduces that. When you're stress-free, you're more happy. And when you're more happy, you're more efficient and everything is smooth. And as a result, the immunity increases. So yes, art therapy, engaging in art of any kind, does boost immune function. It encourages mindfulness, that is being present in the here and now. It takes you away from the external things, away from the thoughts that are not needed, from the unwanted thoughts that are around, and makes you present, puts you in the here and now to process what is happening. So it is very similar to meditation. It helps with relaxation and reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression. So there is another benefit of art therapy, which is self-discovery or self-exploration. So like I mentioned in my introduction that I was drawn towards projective techniques. So I would keep wondering, okay, why did this person use this color, or what does the abstract art mean, or if he's made something very concrete, why has he made something very concrete, what does this shape mean to him? Because people come to me for individual sessions, and we kind of explore all of these things to help them. So art therapy, I realized once I did the course, that it helps in self discovery. The images, the colors, the symbols people use in art, they are often reveal their subconscious thoughts and emotions, right? Something that is coming from within, something maybe they are not aware in their conscious mind. It improves their communication skills, like I mentioned, like in trauma, when you're not able to express yourself verbally, when you're not able to say something, then art therapy helps. So I'm sure you know that people engage in poetry. And why does it happen? Poetry again is a part of art therapy. It is under the umbrella term of art therapy. Writing, we all journal. Most of us journal. These days, journaling has become a big thing. So why do we journal? Because again, we are trying to express things that maybe consciously we are not aware of. And when we do this in a therapeutic process, there are prompts involved. And when there are prompts involved, things become easier and processing becomes easier, because then you know what you're writing, and then a lot of other things pop up, and then we can heal the person. It also fosters a sense of accomplishment. So since the time when I got introduced to art therapy during COVID, the online sessions, so my first question to my trainer, my facilitator was, okay, I don't know how to draw. I'm pathetic at drawing. She said just one thing: your artwork is the most beautiful piece of art that you have created. So it is your piece. It is the most beautiful piece. It is communicating with you. There is so much that your artwork tells you, right? So it has to be the most beautiful piece of artwork. And therefore, it turned out that it gave me a sense of accomplishment. Oh wow, I have something, and this is giving me a sense of accomplishment. And I just read somebody's stat, and yes, now we are definitely moving into the experiential activity of expressing emotion through art. So this experiential activity, what materials? You can just grab a sheet or any pen, pencils, color pencils, markers, crayons, sketch pens, anything that you're drawn to, paints, anything. So we will use visualization to access emotions and inner wisdom, translate thoughts into symbolic imagery, right? Art therapy works wonders with cancer patients, stabilizing and reducing their side effects, the chemo side effects, helping in pain management. Definitely it works wonders for cancer patients. Are you all ready for the activity? So I'll begin with a guided visualization, and I request you to just follow what I am saying. Okay. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold. Slowly exhale. Imagine you're walking through a peaceful place. Maybe a forest, a beach, or a garden. Feel the air around you. Hear the sounds. Notice the colors around you. And as you walk, you find an object, something meaningful to you. It could be a stone, a key, a light, an animal, or something completely unexpected. Take a moment to look at it. Hold it, feel it, touch it. What does this object represent for you? What message does it hold? Take a deep breath again. Slowly open your eyes and get ready to draw what you saw. The next 10 minutes, take your paper and draw the object you visualize. It doesn't need to be perfect, just capture its essence. And if you didn't see an object, that's okay. Just draw whatever comes to your mind from the visualization. For those who are done, just stay with your work, your artwork. Think, look at it, think about it, see what it is communicating to you. yes, I will show my drawing and you'll know that I'm not a good artist. That's something me. I don't know if you can see, there are around 5 people here swimming. I don't know if you can see. Just stick figures. And yes, that's my drawing. So the object for me was water. So yes, I was carrying some water. Thank you so much. Was walking in a forest and picked an orange. What does it mean? You're the best person to know what it means. Think, put it on paper. Most of you, if you've done, your next task here is to give your artwork a title. And their faces showing. Can we do that?
Yeah, I'd like to request everyone to maybe take a picture of whatever they've made and you can put it up in the chat. Also, you can hold it up on your screen otherwise.
Yeah, and then we'll move to the next bit of the activity.
Oh, I see as I'm scrolling through the participants, there are some people showing it.
I can show mine. Doesn't it give you all a sense of accomplishment I spoke about?
Kanak has drawn a car. I found a stick.
Okay. Found a stick. Picked up a peacock feather. Okay. Okay, somebody just shared the image. Nice. Okay, before we start discussing and reading all of these, let's just finish the activity. The next bit is give your artwork a title. Whatever comes to your mind, just give your artwork a title. Scary car, stone, place behind the fence, tree with a fence. Oh, you've got your Eid gift. Once we are done with giving us the artwork a title, I would want you to write a few words or a small paragraph, say around 3 to 4 sentences, about what this image means to you. That's the last bit after the title. Write paragraph, say around 3 to 4 sentences. You can write more if you want, that's not a problem, but write what this image means to you. And somebody asked me what that orange meant. Maybe you get your answer here. You don't need to, show your writings, but yeah, you can just write. Oh, Arun Prasad, you are beautiful. You're a good artist. Can't give us any drawing.
Found a lion, it seems.
Yeah, whispers of ocean and the sun. Magic stick from the woods. Bridge between peace and chaos. That's a beautiful dandelion. Lovely, Ahana. So that's the orange. Nice and bright. I made an orange yesterday. And surprisingly, I made a tree which had oranges and mango. The same tree. I don't know why. As you're writing, also think if it relates to something in your life right now, a situation that is going on, an experience that you've just had. So, again, taking, I think, Uma's example when she asked me, what does the orange mean? When you're writing, think whether it is related to something that is going on in your life right now, an experience that you've recently had, or is it just that you're missing oranges now that summer has come? That's perfect, Gokul. It's okay. You can use any medium you want. So this exercise is basically a way to connect with our subconscious. Sometimes our intuition speaks in images more than it does in words. And even if you fully do not understand what your drawing is trying to tell you right now, you'll get to know maybe a little later. If something else might just come up. It might reveal insights at a later stage, right? So it's perfectly fine. So yes, that was our activity, trying to connect our subconscious mind into something that's created by you. You can use art therapy in daily life. How? Journaling with art, maybe maintaining a visual diary. You can just have one single drawing or 2 drawings or in one book, and later when you flip through the pages, you'll actually know that you've created an entire visual diary of how you felt in the past few days. You can do mindful doodling. For example, Zentangles, which is lines, working with lines, just drawing, just putting lines, shapes on paper. And that makes you mindful, keeps you grounded in the here and now. Also, you can use art therapy for emotional release through colors. Pick colors that match your mood, create abstract art, just throw them on paper, or create something meaningful that comes to your mind. That's it from me. Thanks.